Hey guys, Bradley's Garage here again, doing a quick video for you guys on siphoning or draining the fuel tank. Working on a 2003 Passat, so we're going to jump right in here and get it done. Pop the trunk. You got the trunk open, okay, and then you pull the back seat forward. So then all you do is just pull this carpet back. You get a Phillips. Take off this access cover to the fuel pump. Okay. And then basically you're just going to unplug the connector. It just comes off. There's a little, this one broke, so you might have to use your screwdriver and give it a little twist to pop it off. But you notice that, you know, on this particular model and a lot of the cars, they have these single-use crimp connectors. So, you know, another method that guys were talking about online was, you know, take off, you know, basically lift out the fuel pump and then, you know, do your little Harbor Freight little transfer pump or whatever. And, you know, that obviously will work, but, you know, you have to mess with these things, and they've been on there for, you know, 15, 17 years, and this stuff is, you know, rock hard. So I don't want to be messing with that stuff. So what I'd like to do is just turn the pump on with an auxiliary 12 volt. And so basically I got my little Milwaukee, my little M12 Milwaukee, and then I have two little connectors. This is from, you know, this is like from an old voltmeter. So I got two spade connectors on this that go to my battery, and then obviously usually I'm, you know, just touching stuff, but we want this to be on, you know, continuous, because it's going to take some time to drain the pump. So easiest way is just get some little you know, spade connectors, and then if you look inside there, there's two big ones and two little ones, right? So on this particular layout, on this 03 Passat 1.8T, the positive lead is going to be on this side, and then your negative lead is on this side, okay? So then basically you're just going to put this in, but if you have some, you know, wires where you already have spade connectors, then, you know, you're golden. And then you're going to hook up your battery, and then you're going to start the pump. It's going to start pumping. So let's go under the hood and do that. Okay, so under the hood, like I said, this is a 1.8T, but all the VW, Audi, all of them are very, very similar. Depending on where the fuel rail's coming in, it'll work for all of those cars. So it's just a little half turn, okay, and then that pops off, okay. Then basically here we have our fuel rail coming in. You're always going to know it's the pressure side because it'll have a fitting on. The return side is just going to have a hose clamp because it's you know, low pressure. So this is the hose that we want to take off. So just keep in mind, because if you've ran the car recently, it will have a little bit of pressure. So you take a 15 on this side, 17 on this side, and loosen it right up. So like I said, you'll probably get a little, I had mine off before, just want to show you guys, so, but you can see a little bit of fuel comes out. As soon as you just loosen the threads, whatever little bit of pressure will drip out. Okay, so now we have our line. So what I did, just to make things easy, I just got a piece of old garden hose, and because you just need something to fit over this, so you just want to push a piece of garden hose on there. That's it. There's no pressure because we're just pumping it out. Then put your garden hose into your fuel can, and then now we can go activate the pump. So basically we hook up our battery, and you hear the pump running.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's pretty much it, guys. Pretty easy to do. Hook it up, fill up your jug. When your jug gets full, you know, walk to the back, unplug the positive, negative cable off of your battery, and then it'll stop. If you need to, you know, depending on how much gas is in the tank, you might need to do it a second time. After that, bolt it back together. You're good to go if you want to take apart the fuel pump or drop the fuel tanks, whatever you need to do. So just keep in mind, all these Audis, really all the German cars, are pretty much the same. They usually have an access point underneath the in the trunk, or sometimes you got to pull up the rear seat, lift the back seat. Same kind of thing. Just apply your own 12 volts to it, and you know, I think it's a lot easier than tearing apart underneath the dash and jumping the relay and having the key on and the battery hooked up while you're messing around with fuel. That way the system stays closed. You're not, you know, sparking. There's no fuel exposure there. The fuel's up here, but you're working with the battery back there. So I think it's the safest approach. All right, guys, if the video helps you out, like, subscribe. Later.